Every day my sister used to read something she calls the quote for the day. And one of those days she said something. She said, the bigger the opposition a champion faces, the bigger the reward. I can say the bigger the opposition, the greater the position. And it brings me back to the story of David and Goliath. David, for the first time, is going to be fighting his first combat. And the first person he's going to be having his first combat with was Goliath. He defeated Goliath, and something very important happened. When they came back into the city, the women came around and they started singing and dancing, and they said something. They said they did not compare David with the strongest man in the army. They did not compare him with the strongest warrior. They did not compare him with the right hand man of Saul, right? They did not even compare him with Saul himself. They said something. They said, Saul killed 1,000 and David killed 10,000. Even though in reality, in context, he actually did not kill 10,000, but they equated the defeat of Goliath, which David did, to him killing 10,000. So they said, we cannot put David on the pedestal of, the strongest man in the army. We cannot put David on the pedestal of even King Saul, right? We have to put him somewhere above because he did something that nobody else could. At every junction in our lives, we tend to go through what we call a tough time, right? It's commonly said, they say, tough time never lasts, only tough people do. I so much love that quote because it is true. One of the things I encourage myself with, one of the quotes or sayings I encourage myself with, coupled with me encouraging myself in the word when I'm going through tough times, is that these too shall pass. This phase will pass because it is just true. It will pass, right? But what becomes of you after that phase pass, or how you undo that season of your life, matters a lot. How you are able to come out victorious matters a lot. So we tend to go through tough phases of our lives, but one thing many of us don't get to realize is that we don't pay attention to the lessons of those seasons. So we tend to repeat classes over and over and over again, and eventually ends up being a problem. Whenever you're going through tough phases, you want to ask yourself, number one, how did I get here? Number two, why am I going through this at this time? Number three, what lessons am I to learn from this season? And number four, what am I going to become after this season ends? See, those four questions are very paramount. Else, you are going to repeat classes times and times again. You want to know how you got there. You want to know why you are in that season at that time. You want to know what lessons you ought to learn, and you want to know what will become of you after that season. So it is very important that you take out time to ask yourself these questions. When you're able to ask yourself these questions, one thing that it does is that it gives you clarity of mind. Tough time never lasts. Only tough people do. The bigger the opposition a champion faces, the greater the reward. I'll see you on the next episode. Have a great day. Keep gaining mastery. Bye.
My name is Oluwademilade once again. So this is the Mastery Doctor YouTube channel. If you know you want to be 10 times better, looking for someone to associate with, something to associate with that will help to build your mindset, that will help to 10x your skill, your effort you're putting in things you want to do, please just follow, subscribe, and put on the notification. Thank you very much.